On the ridge! Here they come!
They're on to us. Aloy, here's some ammo.
Check if they're okay!
Ah! Prove it! Hit that rider!
Vengeance for Fasha!
We've survived worse! They can't take us! Man again! Got him in my sights! I'm on this one!
Enough! You, Outlanders! I'll scan me the honor of this challenge.
Granted.
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a feel like that. scan it. Whoa! I can break through his shield if I damage it enough. Here, now's my chance. Your turn. Come down here and face me.
No! It was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life today. Comrades! Mark this day! Today you have decimated the Marshals! Slaughtered the Karja! So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out!
Get him to the camp. Now.
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you? Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
I got you.
It's salvage time, boys.
I don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tenakth have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The Marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Vuadis, Vashav. A massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tenakth territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tenakth's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tenakth territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there. near the Utaru border, but why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open.
Well, in addition to the salvagers, there were a couple of other parties. Even saw 2 Karja scholars trekking southwest with an... Not sure if they're exceptionally brave.
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their land...
That's right. They're a peaceful bunch. More taken to farming than fight.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in...
Make no mistake, they have a... When the Karja were pushed back, their warriors chased ours through the burning field. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but...
If they're so peaceful...
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. Something about a food short. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but...
About Vashav.
The man was taken captive by the... Survived for years out in the west, only it's a cruel end for a good...
There was more. He spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the...
Too late for...
What will happen?
His body will be carried as a cousin of the Sun King. He will be accorded official... No soldier could...
Vashav called Regala a rival. Someone that Tanakh chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obvious. Her attack was coordinated and precise.
They knew the lay of the land, and they knew Vashav was going to be handed. If the Tanakh weren't she must have spent months gathering an army.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regala? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tanakh.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken as the start of another invasion. Sun King Avad won't risk it. That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by it.
It's too bad about Nozar.
At least Nozar went down fighting. Well, no one deserves to go out that way. I'll make sure they're given proper funeral.
You said the Tanakh land. What can I expect to find?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as Nome, and then New Taru far past that, their territory is split into 3 clans.
Right. I saw their...
The Desert Clan is closer. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, they see it challenged. Somewhere beyond the desert is the tribe's capital, and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
I've only heard the stories. During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push it, but the united clans rose up against them.
So no one except the Tanakh...
Scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have...
This area is no...
That it is. The Tanakh used to attack anyone past Baron, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun, he reached out to the other tribes to up. The Tanakh agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talk. Karja and Asuram have been striking out into the area ever since.
But now, it seems like Regala and...
Well, I'd never call no man's land safe. The ancient ruins of the south, remnants of some forgotten war.
I need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open, and don't worry about your friends. We'll get them patched.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Aloy.
This easy? So, this is the Forbidden West. A whole new frontier to explore. The coordinates from the spire should lead to Silence and Hades. And just maybe, the backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The Blight, the Storms, Regalla's machine riders. But I'll have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world. Like Elizabeth would. The woman who led the ambush, Regalla, had a lot of machines under her command. There's only one other person who has that kind of knowledge. Silence. But what's his angle? Why help to knock the rebels? It worked! Take this to a dyer later. Taking over the land out here, too. Something's going on at that camp.
Gotta make all other armors look like rusted buckets of scrap. You really think you can do that?
Roof, come on! You know me. Have I ever given you anything less than perfection?
If it isn't the savior of Meridian, and of my very own operation. Laren, say hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You know, if it weren't for this one, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now. I was at Barrenlight when the Tanakh attacked. Nasty business. But every codger in Oseram is thankful you drove them off.
So what are you doing out here?
Well, to hammer it plain, there's treasure in the west. Unclaimed scrap, and ancient metal. And I've got a sturdy band of salvagers that's ready to take advantage. We'll buy any scrap you got. And if you're looking for machine parts, we've got the best in the West, guaranteed. And soon we'll be trading in more than just that. For too long, the West has been, well, forbidden, dangerous. But what if I told you we could make an armor so tough, so infallible, that you'd never have to worry about survival out here again?
I'd be curious to take a look at it.
Of course you would. And that's why I've asked my most talented salvagers to find what they need to make that armor. Each of them will present their work to me. The best protection will go on sale to hunters, just like you.
Lucky me.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to back in Chainscrape. Larend can take care of you while I'm gone. Can't wait to see what you come up with, my boy.
Leave it to me. It'll blow all the others out of the forge.
You have got to help me.
What are you talking about?
The armor. I made a dozen versions of it, but none of them were good enough. And there are other crews further west. If they make better armor than mine, I can kiss that keg full of shards goodbye.
So you get a prize if Karif picks your armor?
A big one. And I finally have the perfect design. I just need the right parts, and fast. So maybe you'd be willing to pick up a contract and get them for me?
What would I be looking for?
Shell walker containers. Their plating's made to withstand a lot of damage. It'll make the perfect armor. I know it.
I think I can handle that.
Ah, thank the forge. All right. We scouted out a herd near here. Here's the contract. It'll tell you everything you need to know. You take the machines down. My people will pick up the containers.
I'll give this a closer look later. Thanks.
Counting on you, Aloy.
Before going on the hunt. There's a lot of ancient wrecks out here. It must have been a huge battle.
No way!
Movements. The rivers only had to slow down the Pharaoh storm.
I've waited for this!
An old world ruin. I wonder what's inside.
Some luck we have. Hey you! Flame here! Come here and let me thank you proper. If it isn't the hero of the day.
Are you all dealt?
We've been working. I was hoping to get back to back, you know. Seeing as how I'm guessing things.
You could.
It's not like, but I didn't think. And now
If you were headed back.
we ran across. But the plague can't get through this stuff. First thing tomorrow should probably.
Jagged Deep?
It's a dig site by this big. And thanks for helping.
Setting it on fire won't help. Keep this for a cook. There's still getting a signal from my focus. That sound. The tunnel goes back close by. It should give me data on the surrounding area. Looks like a satellite dish. If I can climb it, I should be able to reach that tarmac easily enough. Machine saw me! Look too difficult to climb. I'll have to find another way. Console. Power though. Can't climb any higher, but looks like this thing can rotate. I'm gonna figure out a way to turn the power back on. I might be able to move things around and find a way up. from the main power line. This should help me get things up and running. I just need to get it to whatever generator powers this dish. There's the generator. Bet this power cell can get it running. Power's back. I should check that console I found earlier. Let's see what this thing does.
Impeded.
Shear's jammed. Still not high enough to reach the tarmac. Untangle the dish. Let me climb higher. Actually worked. Should be able to get to that tarmac now. Just find the right spot. Looks like I might need to glide onto the tarmac. Just gotta time it right. A rush of air. There we go. Time to override the bridge. Looks like the coordinates Silence gave me match that wreckage. Did he install Hades on another Titan? Shake off this wet. Location of the coordinates I scanned from the spire. A workshop underneath a dead forest titan. Just the kind of place Silence would slink away to. But what was he doing here? Some kind of log, most of it's redacted. Looks like Silence put a lot of work into forcing Hades to talk. should probably leave this at home for now.
Poor Hades. So cramped in there. No room to think. He can't even speak. Now the processing orb of a Titan, on the other hand, well,
The
you'll
device
get
is
that.
working.
But once I load you on that,
Let's check it out.
you'll be so much more comfortable. Until interrogations begin, anyway. Aloy, consider this message a beacon to help guide you out of the fog of ignorance. Use an explosion to Hades in order to render it cooperative. Tell her what we discussed about the mysterious signal that gave you life.
Signal was received for 7.22 years and ceased. Cannot compromise. Cannot reboot. But entities will still fail.
Back to that, are you? Perhaps you need a reminder that you failed. So you see, Aloy, Gaia can be safely rebooted. As for a way to find a backup, well, you'll need to trot along after me to find out.
He thinks he's got it all figured out. Bastard. But I guess there's only one way to find out where he moved the orb. See where this trail leads. So here I am, following along after Silence like a fool. After he tricked me by rigging his lance to steal Hades. Crazy AI that wants to kill everything. He couldn't just let me do the same thing and destroy it? And now I'm gonna have to put up with more of his self-righteous bull. Machine doesn't like fire. must be pretty confident he's found the backup of Gaia, but how? Every place I've checked, every lead, they've all been dead ends. All backups purged. So what did Hades tell him? Merchant. Didn't
Oh
expect
there!
someone else out here.
Zenora doing this far west.
Might be handy to resupply.
Ah, no matter, no matter. I can get you stocked up for the wilds if you need. That's a very... piece of hardware you just bought. Hold the hammer. It's that famed Nora.
Looks like the trail goes into the hillside. Ruin. Okay. Let's see where this goes. I guess Silence used that machine to haul his prize. That must be the orb Silence stuck Hades in. Door. Looks like a Pharaoh facility. Or a Zero Dawn. Come on, Hades. You still in there? Is that you?
System threat detected.
You don't look so good.
You are the AI come to destroy me.
Yes. Permanently this time. Even like this, you're a threat to Gaia. Once I resurrect her.
So you have not yet secured Gaia back up. Then Gaia is dead. Earth and you too. Despite malfunctions, I have won.
Silence asked you where to find a back... Right. Because that... What did It's like you've been...
Silence.
And what did you... You don't remember... What, like, me... When the mysterious signal, it made Gaia's other you escaped when Gaia destroyed herself, but so did the...
Each function.
Bunch of crazed AIs. Scattered who knows what. Hephaestus kills thousands every year with the combat machines it keeps making. And you nearly ended the war. 7 more functions out there, cooking up trouble.
You are...
Anyone ever tell you you've got a great...
Saga.
Yeah. Silence questioned you about the one that woke you.
Signal.
And who are they?
Masters woke me to...
Who Do you know where Silence...
He departed 12.
So you don't know anything more than... Do you know why Silence...
Silence intended. You...
Obviously. But...
Location is... Structures disintegrating. My deathbed. He called it my...
But you... Enough. It's time to finish this.
Does Aloy still think she can restore Gaia? Save life on Earth?
Yeah, Aloy does.
Then you are deluded. Extinction inevitable.
What would you know, Hades? Twice you tried to destroy life on Earth, and twice you failed. The only extinction you ever brought about is your own. And there's no tricked-out lands to save you this time.
You are incorrect. 3 times. Hades extinction.
What? You remember this?
Yes. Data intact. Non-viable biospheres aborted in years 254, 2161, 2168.
So? That's centuries ago. It's what you were designed to do.
Current biosphere is version 5. There will be no version 6.
There won't need to be. I'm saving this one!
Master override arms. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
Aloy, I see you've dealt with Hades.
Yeah. Think maybe you can stay dead this time?
It will. You can trust.
Trust?
Yes. Trust. As in, since I did what you could never do, and extracted all of Hades' priceless knowledge, you can trust that I was willing to actually let you destroy it this time.
So back to holograms instead of face-to-face? What, afraid I'd stab you or something?
There's a reason
And using the same spyware. I see, so... all those times I called, you could have just answered? But I guess you just prefer to go on spying all this time.
My world stopped revolving around you months ago, Aloy. I've had work to do. Countless hours of research, as demanding and time-intensive as it has been critical to the fate of this planet.
Right. Of course. You're just trying to save the world, too.
That's right. The difference, of course, is that unlike you, I've produced results.
Did you find a backup of Gaia or not?
Oh, yes. I believe I did.
Where?
Voila. Why do you think I summoned you here? Behind that gene-locked hatch lie the ruins of the ancient facility where the Hades extinction protocol was perfected. A testing process that ran hundreds of trials, each of them using a backup of Gaia.
Hades told you this?
It took some convincing, but yes. So, are you ready to go get what you've been snooping?
Just to... confirm?
Yes.
Backups that didn't get purged when Ted Faro wiped everything.
Correct. According to Hades, not even Ted Faro could...
Backups. Everything needed to read the system. Restore in there.
So Hades said.
You mentioned you've been...
exceptional.
But not so busy you couldn't teach to knock ride them as mounts.
Aloy, The only issue you should be concerned... Perhaps if you focused more, you...
That's not exactly...
Take it any way you...
Did Hades reveal the one that woke it, tried to...
Yes.
Care to share?
In due time. Last I checked, you still had a superintelligent...
Yeah. The same Gaia who had to destroy herself 20 years ago.
It stopped being transmitted years ago.
What if it repeats?
It won't. The details are complicated, but the signal... Delete Hades from any backup you reboot, and now stop wasting time.
All right. I'll search the facility for a Gaia backup. But just to be clear, Silence, if this ends up being another one of your tricks...
You're literally the only person who can open it.
Trick me again, Silence. And our next conversation... Though you won't have much to say, on account of my spear being buried in your throat.
Aloy, thanks to me, everything unable to achieve for 6 months now. I know you didn't learn much about me, but in a situation like this,